this video, we're taking the OnePlus 12 out and testing out the cameras on this vlog test. Let's go. To recap, there are very capable cameras on this phone. That's a 50 megapixel main camera with a Sony sensor, and this has OIS, a 64 megapixel telephoto camera, and this has 3 times optical zoom plus OIS, and then there's a 48 megapixel wide. If you're looking for more info on the specs of this phone, I also have an unboxing and camera tour, so I'll link that up here and down below. Touchdown Boracay Island, Philippines, home to sun and powdery white sand. This tropical island, and I would die on this hill or this island, get it? This island is one of the go-tos if you want to do a beach vacation. This technically is a family vacation for me, but now it's a working trip because we are doing a vlog test. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the tropical vibes as I test out the OnePlus 12 in terms of cameras and in general my daily working vacation days. And because I am getting comments, not very nice one guys, on TikTok about how my videos are mostly all about phone cameras and that I should do more gaming tests, I'm gonna game right now while I'm at the beach. No, I'm not. The reason why I don't do gaming tests is because I'm not really that big of a gamer and I see a lot of other people do it and do it well. I don't look at other tech reviewers as rivals. I look at them as colleagues, and I just wish that noisy. I just wish that when I do my camera tests, people can watch those, and if they need info on gaming, they can watch those videos already out from other great tech reviewers, and that's fine by me. I try to test out the phones depending on how I would use them, and taking videos and vlogging and camera tests and social media tests are mostly what I use these phones for. Sometimes I do try to do gaming tests or stuff that aren't usually my use cases, but in a general sense, like, I try to stick to the stuff I enjoy doing. But since we're talking about gaming, best believe this will be a capable device. I mean, this thing reps a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, that Trinity engine set up to optimize performance. Also, the OnePlus 12 has a large vapor cooling system to ensure that the phone isn't heating up when you're gaming. It also has that really nice 120Hz Pro XDR display, and let's not forget that really big 5400 mAh battery. Anyway, lol, see, I gamed for you guys. Shooting with the front-facing camera of the OnePlus 12, and we have 4K on video, and this is what you're looking at right now. We have a nice view today. Let's switch to the rear cameras. 4K 30, and you can do wide, and you can zoom up until 6x actually looks really good. And zoom further, and you can do up until 18x on this phone on 4K. Back to wide. And yeah, since this phone can do 4K in the back, we're gonna be shooting most of this video on 4K. Amazingly, we also have 8K, and this is what you're looking at right now. You can't really do any zooms or a wide on 8K though, unfortunately. This is impressive. This is 5.5x. But I can't stop. She's so cute and the camera is so good. Again, this is 5.7x, and look at how good this is. Let's do 6x and look at that. 5.8. That's amazing. Good morning. So day today we are headed to the beach. We're gonna eat first, and we took a lot of like beach samples yesterday. So today I want to focus on portraits because the Hasselblad partnership with this phone gives me different portrait options. So we're gonna shoot a lot of that today. In a general sense, I was quite happy with the portrait mode on this phone. It did 1x, 2x, and 3x, and I especially love shooting portraits on 2x and 3x zoom. Those look pretty good. Even in challenging lighting situations, you could get nice portrait shots. For example, this was totally backlit, but I love how this captured the whole vibe and it didn't wash out the background as well. Even in low light scenarios, this portrait mode actually worked out. Wait, so the video on this phone, this is being shot with the rear cameras. It can do live portrait. It does move to 1080p shooting, but this is what that looks like. There's one fun but not necessarily new feature on this phone that, well, I'm reenacting on this clip because I'm a bad vlogger and my footage of me doing this was out of focus. I'm sorry. Anyway, that feature is the ability to cut and paste things from your photos and drag it on over to a different app. Like for example, what I'm doing here is I'm pasting that cutout image to my Instagram story, and your story is gonna look cute like this. Beach sunsets are always the best, and as the sun went down, it was apparent that the OnePlus 12 can definitely take great photos, even in situations as challenging as this. The pink skies were captured perfectly, even on photos. Oh, well, this is how everything looks like just on video. It turns on the automatic flash. I fell in a hole. Now, as much as I was impressed with the low light performance of this phone, there still are instances where you're not exactly getting the best footage. For example, when it's really dark and you're trying to walk and talk. I mean, again, at this point, I was falling into holes in the sand in the dark, so I wasn't really expecting much from a smartphone camera either. So I've been using this phone at the beach for like the last 3 days, and first of all, it hasn't really heated up. And also, despite that tropical sun, I would say that the screen is holding up pretty well in terms of brightness. Somewhere along this vlog, I was talking about screen brightness at the beach vis-a-vis the bright tropical sun, but again, I failed with the vlog footage. Anyway, this phone has a really bright screen, 4,500 nits, which is pretty high for a phone. I will say that while the sun was still way too bright for the phone, it is still the undisputed champion for whatever is brighter, phone or sun. I'd say that the OnePlus 12 did better, way better than most phones in the market, since flagship phones usually are only like half this bright. Also, man, walking and talking and vlogging and explaining is hard. That's true multitasking. Now switching to the phone, now walking and talking with the front-facing camera. I have one thing that I want to test out though. So OnePlus has this new feature called Aqua Touch, where you're supposed to be able to handle your phone better even if the screen is wet, and it'll be able to like, you'll be able to navigate like easily. You know how when your hands are wet and you're trying to tap on your phone and stuff doesn't like tap? It's supposed to fix that, so let's see. I mean, I'm obviously not gonna drop this phone in the water because even if that's water, that's all water. It just will not do. But let's figure out a way to test that. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to sacrifice some of my drinking water to see how the Aqua Touch works.
Kung gusto niyo mag-post, unpurpose, meron din doon.
It's wet. Let's see. It's honestly quite responsive considering it's wet.
And that was our camera vlog test on the OnePlus 12. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. As for me, I'm completely sold on these cameras. In terms of performance, these have definitely blown me away. And I know, I used to not be convinced of the OnePlus cameras at all, but consider my mind changed now. That's it for today. If you want to see how I use tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's LAZADA _ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Till next time.